Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, welcome back, everyone. Alrighty, we're going to be doing some solving equations and some inequalities. Okay, so if you are ready to solve some equations, hit that double tap your screen and let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is whenever you see a number next to a parenthesis, that means distribute. And what that word means is multiply, okay? So we're going to do 2 times 3, which is 6. Thank you for the double taps. Thank you. And 2 times g gives us plus 2g. Okay, I'm going to drop down my negative g. Hello, welcome in, everyone. And then we're going to drop down our equal sign. And can you guys put this side in the chat? What will we get on this side? So we have a number attached to parentheses. We're going to distribute. Hi, God bless child. Welcome back. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you, Will Curry. Oh, good. Okay, you said you're struggling with this right now? Perfect. So when 4g plus 1, so what we're going to do is we're going to do negative 4 times g, which gives us negative 4g. And then negative 4 times 1 gives us negative 4. Okay, so that's what we get. And then if we want to solve this, what we're going to do is we're going to combine some like terms because negative g plus 2g are on the same side. Wonderful, you guys. Oh, be careful of that plus 4. Negative times a positive is a negative. Okay, so watch those signs. So now we have negative g plus 2g. Well, if this helps you, put a 1 right there because a 1 is always in front of every variable. This is called a variable letter. So we're doing 2 minus 1, which just gets us g. We're going to drop down our plus 6 equals, and we're going to keep this side the same, negative 4g minus 4. So now what we're going to do is we need g to one side. What side do you guys want to put g on? The right side or the left side? What do you guys say? What side do you want g on? Left. Good. Okay, somebody said the right, the left. Okay, so good. I always go to the left, and because I don't want to think about inequalities, like which we're going to get into after this, I always say just put it to the left. So this is on the right side. So this is the one that's causing me problem. So how do I get this negative 4g to the other side? What do we have to do? What do you say? Subtract. So see how it's already subtracting? Oh, good. Somebody said, wait, add. Perfect. So we have to do the opposite. So we're going to add 4g to both sides. Wonderful. So 1g plus 4g gives us 5g plus 6 equals negative 4. All right. We're almost there. What do we have to do next? What do I move to this side? Subtract 6. Wonderful. I look here and I subtract 6 to both sides. So we're going to drop down our 5g equals. Now this is the tricky part. What does this give me? See, oh, sorry, gang. Somebody said, no, you lost me. Sorry. So somebody said negative 10. Yes. When somebody owes you $4, they say, give me 6 more. So they owe you a total of $10. Good. And then our last step always, whenever you have a number attached to a variable, they're multiplied. So we undo multiplication. Good. Ross said divide by 5. So we're going to divide. And g equals, what do we get? Oh, somebody said, isn't it supposed to be a positive? No, only when you multiply or divide does it become a positive. But when somebody owes you $4 and they say, give me 6 more, that means that they owe you $10. So no, it's not positive. They owe you this. Okay. So -2. I saw those beautiful answers coming in. Wonderful. Because a negative divided by a positive is always a negative. Okay, so good. Okay, so let's try number 2. Okay, and this is where I found this is from 7th grade accelerated. Okay, so these are usually students that are on track to take calculus. Okay, so yep, somebody said it's a little confused a little bit. All right, no problem. We're gonna go here and we're gonna try to do the same thing. So I see a number attached to parentheses. Hopefully it's screaming in your head, distribute. Okay, and what's that means? Multiply. So we're going to do 0.6 times 4. We're going to get this calculator out. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to do 0.6 times 4. We get 2.4. So we're going to write 2.4. Okay. Then we're going to do 0.6 times a -2. So 0.6 times a -2 gets us -1.2. So we get -1.2, and don't forget this x, okay, equals, all right, now this is the trickery right here, right? Because I'm like, oh, I want to distribute this. But as soon as you see this minus sign, okay, as soon as you see this minus sign, you have to drop this down, 20.5, and look at this, cover it up. Help it cover it up, okay? What number is right here when you just see a minus? Ooh, somebody said -1. I love it. Yes, it's a -1. So we're doing a -1 times this. Perfect. So a -1 times 3 gives us a -3x. -1 times 10 gives us a -10. So we're distributing this negative. We're multiplying this negative out. Okay. Now I look on this side. Do I have any like terms? Nope, I do not, because this is an x and this is a number that doesn't have an x with it. So I can't do anything else on this side. I cover this side up. Do I have anything on this side that I can do? Oh, somebody said they're 54 and have no clue. I know if you haven't done it in such a long time, you forget all the steps. Yep. Yes. Good. Okay. We have some like terms. Good. So we have 20.5 minus 10. Now, I did see somebody say, oh, I see a lot of those. Add 10. You have to be careful. Remember, we're trying to balance this out. So here, I can't add 10 to the same side because this is both on the left side. I have to go bring it over here. You guys hear my son? So we're going to combine these by just doing 20.5 minus 10. Okay. And we would get, so we're going to drop down our -3x. And 20.5 minus 10 is plus 10.5. Okay, good. Yes, 10.5. Okay, so now I'm going to drop this down. 2.4 minus 1.2x. All right. Now I want to be consistent. So I'm going to, where am I going to move this x to? What side do I want my x on? Add 3x. Add 3x to both sides. Good. Yes. Good. Add 3x. The left side. Wonderful. So this is, I feel like, what causes a lot of confusion to students because they're moving the x this side, then one day they're moving it this side. But if you're just consistent to bringing it to the left, you never have to question where to start. Because I'm looking at this x, it's not on the left side. I have to move it over. You guys said it. Add 3x to both sides. Wonderful. All right, so now we have $3. We spent $1.20. Okay, so you could put this in the calculator. Negative 1.2 plus 3, and you'll get 1.8. Okay, so I have those 1.8? Aang said 1.8. I love it. So we're going to bring down our 240. And this was a positive 1.8. So I have plus, oh, Joey, I had this when I was in grade school. Yes, 1.8x equals, and then we bring down the 10.5. Okay. Okay, so what are we going to do? Blue, yes, I do tutor. Oh, thank you for saying my voice is so calming. So we're going to minus 2.4. Perfect. So we're going to take this positive. So when you don't have any number right here, you subtract the 2.4 to both sides. This cancels, and we get 1.8x equals, and we're going to take this 10.5 minus 2.4, and that gets us 8.1. Okay, good. Somebody said divide by 1.8. Divide after, right? Yes, we're going to divide. Now, how you know what you divide by is because you look at what's with the variable. That's how you know what number goes underneath here. So since 1.8 is with the variable, that's what I divide by. And this cancels and I get x equals. So we're going to put 8.1 divided by 1.8. And we get 4.5. And this is our answer. Good. And the x, yep, the x still stays there. Perfect, perfect. 4.5. Yes. Yes. For ASVAB tutoring, just email me and I will email you back. So I usually do sign-ups. Great job, everyone. I usually give a weekly tutoring availability. I go out like as far as a week. So next week I have I believe 3 slots left, 3 or 4 slots left. So email me, and then I always go in order of who emailed me first, okay? I'm going to come watch every day. Oh, thank you. Yep, tutor. I tutor Hessie as well. So here we go, solve. So we're going to solve. Now, don't let this 1/5 throw you off, okay? Don't let that 1/5 throw you off. I always tell my students how you put this in is you're going to put it in as parenthesis, 1 divided by 5, close parenthesis, and times by 5, because we're distributing this. Okay. And we would get 1. So really how I want you to look at this is it's 1 times 5, which is 5 over 5x. And then 1 times a negative 5 gives us a negative 5 over 5. Okay. Well, what's 5 divided by 5? 1x. That's how they get this. Okay. And then 5 divided by 5, bring down your minus sign, is a 1. So we're going to drop down this plus 3x. Okay. So I hope this is making sense. So now we're going to do negative 2 times a third. Can you guys write out this, how this would be? Like, how would we look at this? Negative 9 times a third. 4x minus 1. Ooh, they're simplifying this side. I love it. Negative 9 over 1 times 1/3. Good. Okay. So we would do negative 9 times 1, which gives us a negative 9 over, and we still have that 3 in the bottom, x. And now we have negative 9 times a positive 4. So negative 9 times a positive 4 gets us a negative 36. Okay. So now we do negative 9 divided by 3 gives us a negative 3x minus 36. Okay. Thank you, Mo, for the donuts. Thank you, Mo. Oh, shout out to Mo. Thank you. We just hit our goal. Thank you, Sarah, for the rolls. Oh, thank you. So here we're going to do 1x plus 3x. Thank you, Israel. Thank you, Sarah. And 1x plus 3x's gives us 4x minus 1. Mo, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you. And then we're going to drop down this negative 3x minus 36, okay? Yes, these fractions are not easy. It really scares a lot of people, but I just want you to understand you're really just multiplying the top number 1 times 5 and putting this in the bottom, okay? Thank you, Sarah. Okay, here we go. Now we have a more simplified version. What side do... Ooh, somebody said it. Oh, thank you, Mo. Move this negative 3x to the other side. How do we move this negative? What's opposite of negative? Let me see it in the chat. What's opposite of negative? Add. Good. Add. Perfect. Positive. Love it. Plus 3x plus 3x. Wonderful. This cancels. And then we have 4x plus 3x. 4x plus 3x's gives us, Julia says 7x. We're going to bring down our minus 1 equals, and we have this negative 36. Perfect. Now, if I bring the x over here, hey, Ludus, welcome. Ludus is wonderful at calc. He also does algebra, you guys. So if you're looking for another great teacher on here, he for sure is one. Hey. So good. 222 said add 1. Good. Add 1. Yes, you guys. Add 1. I love it. And we get 7x, because we're dropping this down, equal to negative 36 plus 1. Let me see what you guys get right here. Okay, Glass said negative 35. Vicky said negative 35. Good. Don't forget this sign right here. It's negative 35. Good. We can't do all this hard, beautiful work and then forget a sign. So watch those signs. And then somebody said divide by 7. Wonderful. And so x equals negative 6. X equal negative 5. I love it. Negative 5. The answer is negative 5. Yes. Negative 5. Because a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And 35 divided by 7 is 5. All right, you guys, these equations are heating up, right? It's like fraction after fraction after fraction. But let's not be afraid of fractions. And let's just take it step by step, okay? So I want you to think of half. I want you to think of you have $4, okay? And you spent half of it. You have $4 and you spent half of it. So how much do we actually have? Well, you owe somebody $4. And user said negative 2. Jelly said negative 2. Perfect. So don't think of this as think of it just like a half. Like, okay, I got 4 cookies. I'm splitting it in half. Well, that will give me, and then the sign will be a positive times a negative is a negative, and we put 2. All right, let's go here. A half times 6n. What's half of 6? If we have to split a half of 6, what do we get? Thank you, Rachel. Rachel Air. Hey, Pam. What up, my best friend? Negative. Somebody said 3n. Wonderful. We get 3n here. Perfect. Good, you guys. So let's not be so fearful, because as soon as we see this, we want to choke up. But let's just say, what is it actually saying? So you guys did this beautiful. Now let's drop this down. 1/3 n plus, let's see, okay? When anybody asks you a number times a letter, you always just put it together. It's not going to make sense. So when I say this, what's 2/3 times n? It's going to be like, what? But just put it together. Good. Somebody said 2/3 n. Wonderful. Good. Ooh, somebody already sees a 1. Okay. Now, what's 2/3 times 9? So I want to go over here, okay? Because really what we're doing is 2 times 9. So what's 2 times 9? 2 times 9 over 3. That's really what we're doing here. So 2 times 9 gives us 18. But 18 divided by 3, ooh, you guys are on it tonight. 666. Yes, so we would really get plus 6. Now, I want you guys to think about this. Okay, I want you to think you have a pizza Have a pizza in your mind. It's cut into 3 pieces. Okay.
4.
We have 2/3 plus 1/3. Let's combine these. So what's 1/3 plus 2/3? And what do we get? 2/3 plus 1/3. 1. Yes, because really we're just adding the top. So 1 plus 2 gets us 3 over 3, and we have the n. But 3 divided by 3 is just 1 n, and we drop down our plus 6. Now, I don't have anything like on here, so I'm just going to drop it down over here. You guys, wonderful. -2 plus 3n. All right, now, someone said I need to know what pen she's using. Okay, I have another pen. I am the same way. It's Pilot G2, and it has to be this number, not the 7, but the 10. I'm totally addicted. I just love how it flows. The ink is so beautiful, you guys. That's a side note. So good. So we want the n on this side. Official said -1 n. Jenny said -1 n. I love it. It's a positive here. We have to do the opposite. So we're going to -1 n. This cancels. And then we're going to drop down our -2 plus, okay, what do we get right here? 2n. Good. 2n, Exo Morgan said 2n equals 6. All right. If I moved my letter over to this side, what must I have to move to this side? Add 2, add 2, add 2. Perfect. So we're going to add 2 to both sides. This cancels, and we get a 2n equals 6 plus 2 is 8. And our last step always, n equals 4. N equals 4. Millie said divide by 2. Yes, remember, how you know what to divide by is you look at the letter. I want this by itself, so this 2 must go. Good. And we got n equals 8 divided by 2 is 4. Wonderful. Good. All righty. Good, you guys. Okay. Let's jump into some inequalities. Okay, because my 8th grader said they're starting inequalities. So we're going to start with 1 step, then build our way up, okay? So, what's the first step that we do when we're solving this? User says subtract 8 on both sides. Can you put the name of the pen? Yes, it's Pilot pen. It's the G2 and it's the 10. And then the notebook I'm using is 5-star. 5-star notebook. That's what I'm using. So we're going to -8 like you guys said. So we're minusing 8 to both sides. This cancels. And we get x is greater than or equal to 14 minus 8. What do you guys say? X greater than 6. Little said 6. Perfect. Now I know it doesn't say graph, but eventually you're going to have to graph these, okay? If you were in my 9th grade class, last quarter, you guys would have been graphing them. So let's just practice graphing to give you a little future of what it's going to look like. So you're going to start with the number line. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So do we do an open circle or closed circle? What do you guys say? Fill in circle? You just said fill in. Closed. Yes, close, close, close. So at 6, we put a closed circle. Now let me explain why it's closed. It's closed because of this equal sign. So that means we're including 6. And then somebody said to the right. Good. Okay. So I was going to ask next, which way do we shade? To the left or to the right? Hey, Us. Welcome back. Thank you for the roses, Us. Good. So somebody said right. Okay. So we're going to do to the right. So we would shade all of this. And this says X is greater than or equal to 6. So everything on this side is included because 7 is greater than 6. 8 is greater than 6. So this is why we shade this way. So perfect. And then somebody asked, do I use subsets? So are you talking about set builder notation where you would say X and then X is greater than or equal to 6? Are you talking like that, or are you talking like 6 to infinity? Which one are we talking about? Oh, I gotta be a bar here, right? Because we're included. Thank you, Us, for the roses. So which one are you guys saying? Well, let me just show you all. Yep, this is infinity. So this is saying 6 and then all the way up to infinity. This is saying the same thing, but this is called set builder notation. I forgot what this is called. Interval notation, I want to say. And then graph. You can graph inequalities with X and Y, though. Yes, you can if you had a coordinate plane. If we weren't just solving for X. So, yes, you're 100% correct. All right, so let's look at number 2. What do we do for number 2? Don't put that in your mouth. What do you guys? Thank you, Bella. Subtract 1/3. I love it. Yes, we're going to subtract 1/3 to this side because we want this positive 1/3 to the other side. Somebody said, man, I hate fractions. I know. I used to hate them too until somebody broke them down to me. But I liked fractions more than decimals now. Okay, so let's go here, okay? So we're doing 3 minus 1/3 is less than or equal to X.
No.
Okay, so good. User said 9/3 minus 3 because I was just about to put this over 1. When we subtract fractions, we need the same denominator.
Nice.
So we're going to times this by 3. Okay, we're going to times this by 3. And what we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. So we're going to do 3 times 3, which gives us 9. And 3 times 1, which gives us 3. And we're going to minus 1/3, which is less than X. So when you have the same denominator, they stay the same. And you only subtract the top. So 9 minus 1 gives us 8, which is less than X. Now, and I guess that's why they didn't put graph, okay? Because this is our answer. Now, if you're looking to graph this, though, let's take it up another level, okay? Good. Somebody says switch sides. I love it. When you go to graph this, if you want to use this method where you're just looking at where the arrow's pointing to know which way is shading, This only works when the x is on the left side. So we would rewrite this as x. Now, if I write x on this side, what do I have to do to this inequality? Does anybody know? Yep, thank you. Flip it. Good. Switch it. Perfect. Yes, you have to flip it because if we flip the x on this side, we have to flip reverse. Perfect. Those are all wonderful words. We have to flip the sign to the other direction. So see, right now it's pointing to the left. Now it's pointing to the right. And we put 8/3. And this is our answer. Now, 8 divided by 3. Let's see what type of decimal that is. So we do 8 divided by 3. And we would get 2.6. Oh, thank you, James. Share, James. So we will put here, go here, in here, put a little 0. And since 2.6 is on the positive side, we could put this 1, 2. And you guys, I'm sorry. I just got distracted by my little son, by my son, my baby son. Okay, don't put that in your mouth, okay? So then 2.6 would be somewhere like right here. Now, is it an open circle or a closed circle? Yeah, 2.67. What do you guys say? Open or closed? Aw, thank you. Somebody said they love watching. Good. So this is a closed circle. Good. It's closed because of the line underneath. Which way are we shading? Left or right? Left or right? Which way are we shading? Don't put this in your mouth. Thank you. Right. Perfect. Okay. Okay, please don't put it in your mouth, son. Thank you. Good. So we're going to shade to the right. And it's perfect. Good. Okay, so, we have one more down here. It just kind of blended in a little bit. But we have one more down here. So let's solve away. What do I move to the other side? Oh, thank you. Prax said, Princess, add 7. Son said add 7. Good. So we're going to do the opposite by adding. 4 plus 7 is 11, less than or equal to x. Perfect. But now if we want to use our, good, somebody said difference between closed and open circle. Great question. Let me see if I can go to the next page and see if we have any open circles because I want to show you that. That is wonderful. So let's just talk about it real quick. If it was an open circle, the symbol would be just less than or greater than or less than. This means open circle. Okay. As soon as you put the equal sign underneath, it's a closed circle. So that's the difference. Okay. So greater than, less than, it is a open circle. And if you put that equal sign underneath them, it's a closed circle. Okay. Oh, website, welcome. Welcome all my fellow math teachers in the house or just teachers. Hello, all my educators. All right, so let's go here, okay? So before we were just adding and subtracting, okay? Now we're going to get into still one step, but what type of step is this? Oh, thank you, pretty black girl. Oh, thank you. So divide by 7. I love it. So we're going to divide by 7 to both sides. This cancels. I'm going to drop down my x. Thank you, Patricia. Greater than or equal to. Now, what's negative 14 divided by 7? Somebody put it in the chat. Princess said -2. Jenny said -2. Good. Okay. Let's say if I want to graph this. Okay, let's say if I wanted to graph it. I have here 0. This is a 1, -1. This is a -2. All right. What are we going to do? X in front. I love it. Yes, let's put the X in front. Let's flip it. Perfect. Son said flip it and go in left. So we're going to flip this. So we're going to write this X over here. And then we're going to flip this to less than or equal to. And flip the -2 over here. Now, close circle. Jenny said close circle. Because of this line, it is closed. Wonderful. And then where's this pointing? That's how you can decide. Because I'm telling you guys, before I became a math teacher, I never remembered these. I was like, is it greater than, less than? They look the same. And I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I don't get it. But as soon as the one teacher that opened up my mind for me, when she said, look at where this is pointing, it was a game changer. I never mixed them up. I was like, oh, this less than. Over here, greater than? Oh, I got it. So, Jules said they confused. What are you confused on? Amy, what are you lost on? Tell me. Oh, Patricia said it was the letter L for left and right. I know exactly what you mean. I'll be driving and my husband's like, your other left. I'll be like, oop, let me put my little L up. Oh, less than looks like an L. I never even thought about it like that. Less than looks like an L. You are 100% correct. If we like straighten this leg out. See, you guys are teaching me some things. Maybe I'll tell that to my students. Oh, yeah, I will, because some of them still don't get the pointer thing. So perfect. All right, so let's look here. What do we do on this? Open circle. Good. It is going to be an open circle, user. So people are saying multiply by 2. Good. When you see this means division. We must do opposite of division. So we would multiply both sides by 2. Now this cancels out and leaves us with just the X greater than. -4 times 2 is -8. And this is our answer. Perfect. And this is common, you guys. I want you to start realizing I'm doing the opposite of division, okay? When you look at that, don't think of it as a nasty fraction. Think of it, division, what's opposite of that? And it might help you, okay? So we're going to do 0. I should count by 2s. -2, -4, -6, -8. Okay. Ooh, I love it. Okay, open circle, right? Yes. Perfect, because it doesn't have that equal sign. So it's open. Which way we shading, y'all? Which way we shading, left or right? Right, left. Right. Good. See where the pointer is pointing? It's pointing this way. So you shade to the right. Wonderful. Good. Okay, what about number 3? What do we do first for number 3? What do you guys say? Thank you for all the double taps and the shares, you guys. I really appreciate it, and the comments back and forth. This is why I do this, because I love talking to you guys. Oh, you came just in time. Good luck on your test tomorrow. People are saying multiply by 5. Our Gypsy, hey, hun. Multiply by 5. Good. Multiply by -5. Exactly. So we multiply by -5. No. Oh, no. No? Okay, no. Oh, here. There you go. Okay. So we're going to multiply by -5 to both sides. This cancels. And we get X is now. This is another step that a lot of people forget. I'm multiplying by what type of number? Good. Somebody said flip the sign. Good. We're multiplying by a negative number. And when you multiply by a negative, when you divide or multiply, you must flip the sign. So a negative times a negative is a positive, and 3 times 5 is 15. So whenever we divide or multiply by a negative in inequalities, you have to flip that sign. Okay? Wonderful, you guys. All right, we're on fire. Let's do some graphing. Okay, just to practice. So we have a 0. My 15 is going to go over here somewhere. Is it open or close? Open or close? Sorry, you guys, it's a little shaky. Stop. Is it open or close? Good. Close, close, close. Perfect. And then, which way are we shading? Left or right? To the left, to the left. Yes. Wonderful. All right. Thank you for joining me tonight. I need to put my little one to sleep, but I will be on, tomorrow's Friday. If I'm going to be on, I will be on around 5 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. And I think I'm going to leave it open because I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Thank you so much for the rose. Have a wonderful night, everybody. And thank you for joining me. Bye.